Good
Hello,
morning.
everyone. Was the sound? Did you get to hear all the music? Because I didn't hear any of it.
Yeah, I did.
Huh. Well, I wonder if it's Wayne's speakers. How's everybody doing today? Sorry I've been missing the last couple of days, but my computer had some issues again, but I'm borrowing my hubby's today, so we're all good. Hello, Mara. You heard the music? I didn't hear it on this one, so it could be that Wayne's speakers are not real good. Although I'm here in Cary, so I don't
Well,
know.
thank goodness.
I am not tech savvy, let me tell you. So how has everybody been? I have really missed you guys. You know, you would think just 1 or 2 days is not that big a deal, but it is.
Oh, hi, Mara. Hi, Carrie. Oh, I'm wearing my shirt. It says, always be yourself. Unless you can be an elephant, then always be an elephant.
Oh, isn't that the truth? Or in my case, if you can't be yourself, be a polar bear. I love polar bears.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of that has to do with age, they move along, they're not in any hurry, kind of like the elephants, but they're in a much cooler climate.
Look at this.
Hello, Froggy. How are you, sweetheart? So
Hi,
happy
little
that you're here.
sister. Hi, Froggy.
Is that a yarn barf?
This
Or is
is
that
the
what you had
rose
to
that
rip?
I took out.
Oh, the rose you took out.
Yeah,
Holy
well,
smokes. That looks like a yarn
it,
barf to me.
it was in better condition.
Oh, goodness. Now it's time to get them separated again.
Nah.
I did not see little Rita jump in there. How are you doing, girlfriend? Mom is out of surgery and doing great.
Oh,
Well, what did they have
good.
to do, Rita? Out of surgery.
Lord have mercy on my soul.
What'd you do?
Hi,
Good
Lulu.
morning, Sin. Lulu, how are you, sweetheart? So happy that y'all are here with us on a Friday morning.
Oh my God.
Oh, well, then that would make sense, wouldn't it? Hello, Nancy. How are you doing, sweetie?
Hi, Nancy.
Good morning, Brian. I'm not sure on everything yet. I will get to know more tomorrow. Well, that's good, Rita. I didn't mean to skip over you, little Carrie. It's just that I was more concerned as to why I couldn't hear the music earlier. But I'm glad you're here and that you snagged the front row seat.
This is insane.
So, how is
Oh,
everyone's weather this morning? We are already up to, I think this, if I looked at it real quick before we came on, yep, already 3 degrees. My husband said that we're supposed to be getting a little cold front come through. He said, I don't think it's going to make much to be a cold front. That's great, Rita. That really is. But I'm kind of surprised that when they were redoing her hip, that they didn't notice
hi,
right there at the
Bernicia.
very beginning that that cup might be a little bit too small for that socket. Oh, goodness gracious, sweetheart. So now we just rinse and repeat the last 3 months. Oh, that's awful. I am so sorry. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I need to change the key later on.
Okay, yeah, I will. I'll come see you afterwards. Sorry, we've been having trouble with the front door. Sometimes the key would work, sometimes it wouldn't. Well, then the plate, on not on the door side, but on the what's that called? Anyway, the wall side. There's two plates there, and one of them kept coming loose. So he fixed that, but that wasn't the problem. It was actually the door pieces first. So now I'm back in business. I have no idea, but it might be because she had the trauma with her pelvis because it was broken as well. Yes, I totally understand. But I just would have thought when they got ready to put that socket in there that they would have seen that maybe that cup would give her problems. But like you said, now we're just moving forward again. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Anyway, so my weather is already up to 83. We're supposed to get to 91 today. But the nice thing about being here at Lake Placid and right off the lake is that there is always a nice breeze. So it really doesn't seem to be as hot as what you think. But you'd think there'd be a lot of humidity. And there's not because Maureen doesn't do humidity. I know likey.
So I'm not sure what happened to my weather. My weather is going to be 85 today and 84 tomorrow.
Wow. Well,
Hi,
hello,
Brenda.
Brenda Bear. How are you doing? Well, Brenda, they're not being very chatty. I don't know if they're already relaxed for the weekend or what.
Oh,
I'm thinking Mara's probably getting ready to go to work.
nope, she's off
Rita's on the
today.
other line with her hubby. Oh, she's off today?
She was off yesterday
Well,
and
then
today.
why aren't you up here with us?
Yeah, Mara, why aren't you up here with us?
I mean, if you're off on Friday and you're just lounging around in your jammies, you could just throw a little shawl or something on and pop up here. Well, that's great, Brenda. I mean, we could just all sit here and crochet together and chit chat and see who wants to chat back at us. Oh my goodness, Nancy, I'm right next to Lake Okeechobee with the berm. It doesn't let the wind flow easily. When we were there at Lake Okeechobee, we stayed at the Days Inn and okay, if I'm done getting ready before you're done, I'll come up. Okie doke. Yeah, wink, wink. Uh-huh. Well,
Hi,
hello, Marcia.
Marcia.
How are you? But Nancy, we stayed there at the Days Inn, and you're absolutely right. Unless the wind was blowing just right, even though there's a little canal there, we didn't get much wind break. I mean, it broke the wind really well from the lake on the other side.
Alexa,
Uh-oh.
I already took my pills. Leave me alone, get off my back, and be quiet.
Sorry, I'm not sure about that.
Of course you're not sure about that, because I already did it.
Gary, here is your reminder.
No,
Take
stop.
your pills.
Alexa, stop.
Ooh, I've got a
Good
feeling Carrie's going
grief.
to have to unplug Alexa for a while. Let me reach over here and let Lacey out now that they're finished with the door. Hey, baby girl, you can come out now. Good girl. Good girl. I know, good girl. It's okay. It's okay. Good girl.
I'm doing good, Marceline. I'm glad
Okay.
you're doing well.
Oh goodness. Yeah, I had to put Lacey in this back bedroom here because everybody gets intimidated by her size and the fact that she is very friendly. And so you see this big dog coming at you, and the back end is going like this back and forth. It's like she's got a hinge on her back, but you don't know if the dog really is friendly or not, or most people don't know how to read dogs. The only thing I ever worry about really is she doesn't want to meet you down here. She wants to get up on your shoulders and get right in your face. And I definitely don't want her, jumping up on people. So good morning, Robin, and good morning, Miss Gypsy. How you doing?
Good morning, Robin. Good morning, Gypsy. I'm
Well,
doing
Nancy
4
is
rows.
working on Pam's Irish stitch wrap. She's using the Karen Skinny Cakes in the rainbow. Then you'll be starting a new mini me doll. Oh, that's going to be so cute. So cute. Well, I am working on a prototype for a project that I hope that we'll be able to do. In fact, it is my intention that we'll do it on Twisted Fiber Friends this Sunday. Even though it is Mother's Day, I thought there'd be something nice that we could work on together and chit chat away for those of you that will already be through with maybe your Mother's Day festivities.
Good morning, Rachel.
Oh my goodness. Good morning, Rachel. Nancy says it's for a little girl and she has on overalls. I don't think there's really anything cuter than a little girl with pigtails and overalls and patches on the knees and maybe a little garden trowel, and a bucket with some plants to plant.
Yep.
Mara says, I look forward to seeing that, Nancy. I caught the last 15 minutes of Pam's live last night, and that is going to be, yes, the Irish stitch is really pretty. Marcia's working on the Pride and Prejudice blanket. I'm on video too, which is lazy, and I'm also working on a pineapple wrap by Crystal, and I also have a Sun Bunny on the hook. My goodness. Oh, goodness, Rita said she had to step away for a minute to talk to hubby, and now she has her mama on the phone. Oh, there you go, Nancy. What did I say? Little girl in overalls and pigtails. Well, you too, Lulu. Yes.
Hi,
To all of you
Amanda.
that are here with us today, an early happy Mother's Day. In fact, you know what? It ought to be called Mother's Day weekend, don't you think?
Yep.
Hello,
Hi,
Amanda. How are
Amanda.
you doing? Happy Friday to you too.
And happy Mother's Day weekend to all the moms out there.
That's right. Are you going to go play cards with your mom later?
Yeah.
Oh, don't say it like that.
Well,
Say yes.
I'm dreading it because of my dad.
Oh.
All last Friday, he kept saying, Carrie, it's your turn. Carrie, it's your turn. And I finally said to him, are you in a hurry?
Ooh. Well, you know what you need to do before you get there? Or maybe when you get there, get a piece of paper and write on there, Carrie, it's your turn. And tell him, instead of saying that, just flip that up there. And that way, if you see it, okay. If you don't, it won't bother you.
I'm just gonna tell him it really bothers me that he does that, and I'll stop playing cards.
Well, there you go. Let him know that it bothers you. That's another good idea too. Oh, really? In Sweden, Mother's Day is May the 26th. Well, I'll be. Now, do y'all in Sweden have a set date? Or is it like for us here in the United States where it's the second Sunday in May?
Good morning, TDP.
Good morning, TDP. How are you doing? Did the
You
YouTube
know, I
ads
thought
make
I
you
read
feel
that wrong, but I
TDP?
guess I read that right.
Yeah, because I'm thinking that the YouTube ad she just watched gave her that idea. What do you think? It's always on a Sunday? Okay. So ours is the second Sunday, and then yours is that would be the last Sunday, wouldn't it? That's great, Marcia. She's getting ready to go do some mobility, have some mobility lessons at 2 with her teacher. That is fantastic.
And Father's Day is a Sunday in November.
Really, ours is in June.
Yeah, it's the second week in June.
No, the third Sunday in June. Second Sunday in May for Mother's Day, and the third one in June for Father's Day. Why they didn't make it the same, I don't know, but hello, Tiffany. How are you, sweetheart?
Hi, Tiffany.
Hope are no, okay, let me back that up. I hope your Friday is starting out great. How's that? You know, Mara, I love you, sweetie. But if you'd quit texting, you'd get ready a lot faster so you could be in here a lot faster. Just saying.
Oh, that's funny.
So, you mamas that are out there, do you have special plans? Do you know of any special plans that are going to be happening for you this weekend? Good morning, Robin. How are you? You liked that, didn't you? Saturday, we're having a graduation party for my daughter. Then Sunday is Mother's Day. Yes, ma'am, Amanda. And you know, that
No,
really
that's
is a nice.
Rachel. That's Rachel.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, little air bubble there for a minute. I'm sorry, Rachel. But you know, that really is a great Mother's Day present, isn't it? Is she graduating high school or college or? Excuse me, I'm going to.
Mara says I'll be
It'll be
working.
away. Oh, thought I was going to sneeze. Okay, so I'm chasing a squirrel here. How many of you find that you're just fine throughout the day and everything, but you pick up your yarn and the next thing you know it, in a little bit, your nose gets to twitching and you may have to make sure you got the Kleenexes over here because you're going to start sneezing. College. Oh my goodness. Well, definite congratulations for you and your family. Tiffy says, I'm good, been busy on my blanket. I finished pattern 1 last night. If I can work hard enough today, I may even get pattern 2 done by bedtime. Oh my goodness. Now, are you working on the show lock, Tiffany? I can't remember. So many people are doing different blankets right now. There's mosaics going on out there. There are just regular blankets. There are mandala blankets.
Yes,
You are working on the show lock. That's what I thought. Well, I am into the sun pattern on my 4 seasons, and it really is looking pretty. I'm glad for that section that I decided to do the colors that she did because it really, really is pretty. And if you've watched any of my videos on that blanket the way I'm doing it, I do enjoy looking at each section and it having its own background color and colors in there as well. But I think when, now notice I said when, it's not an if, it is a when I do it, I think I'm going to go with a solid background color like she did, but I think my choice is going to be a little bit different than hers. Because I am liking that as well. So there you go, Rachel. Yes, those of you that need to and want to make sure that everybody that's in here today, if you would like to see if you get a few extra pieces of yarn thrown in your window today, go ahead and type the word draw.
Hi,
Good morning,
Sandra.
Sandra. Happy Mother's Day weekend to you, I hope. Uh-oh, TDT went to the emergency care last night and gave me steroids and prescriptions for an antibiotic. Oh, for an antibiotic and steroid. They think I may have had a reaction to the bee sting along with being sick. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, Tiffany, I am so sorry. She said, I may have forgotten to tell you, when I picked it back up last week, I found that I had to rip out what I had already done. Oh. And Marcia wants to know which blanket you're working on, Carrie.
Oh, sweetie, I'm working on the or
Wedding?
from
Is that what you
and
would call it?
it's from here and forever. It's a bride and groom.
Yes. But you know what? That very well could be considered too an anniversary blanket. You know what I mean? There's a lot you can do with that pattern. Sonja says, I got an email that you can get 3 Sweet Roll Frosty yarns for $10 on the Premier Yarn website. Frosty. Sweet Roll Frosties.
Hi,
Is
Pat
that like...
Cray.
Good morning, Pat Cray. How are you doing today, sweetheart? I hope your hands are feeling much better.
Oh no, Tiffany.
Oh, goodness. She said, I couldn't figure out what hook size I'd used before, only after ripping that out, I found my little note on the hook I had used. Thankfully, I hadn't been too far along. Well, that's great. Little Carrie, that's okay. She said, I'm back. I fell asleep. Uh, oh, that's not Marcia. She says, I'm trying to get into making blankets. The Pride and Prejudice blanket is my goal, and I want to finish it. It's for my sister's boyfriend. He saw it and he liked it, so now I'm trying to finish it. Well, that's awful sweet, Marcia. That really is.
Oh, my stomach hurts.
You know, I really don't like making blankets, Marcia. I mean, I just really, really don't. But I have enjoyed working on the mosaics. Last year I did the show lock that Tiffany's working on right now. And
Did you
this
finish
year,
it?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
I gave it as a wedding gift to Wayne's nephew, grandnephew, I should say, because it's his brother's grandson.
Cool. I didn't know you finished it.
Yes, I finished it. I mean, it had set. They got married in
Me
October,
too, Mara.
and it had set in the in its little bag, you know, after I completed the first 6 patterns, and then you repeat those patterns. And so when we found out that Lane was getting married, I was like, oh, I have the perfect gift. Oh, now Carrie is on the hunt. Maybe she'll find it for us and share it with us. Is it just a blanket? Is it a mosaic? Marcia? I'm like the girls. I haven't heard of the Pride and Prejudice. Oh, yes, ma'am. In fact, honey, she's got more than one on the hook. It's just that this one has moved to the top of the list at the moment because I believe it's a commission piece, isn't it? Or maybe a gift that you're trying to get done. I can't remember. Well,
No,
thank you
no,
so
no,
much,
no,
Rachel,
no,
for
no.
being here with us. And yes, ma'am, please be safe and only listen. Do not text, other than to text us to let us know you made it. Oh, Pat, sweetheart.
Oh
She fell out of the bed and now her right leg is numb. I had half of the big toe on my right toe removed, and this morning my roommate's dog passed away. Pat, my goodness, sweetheart. I am just so, so sorry for you guys.
no. Okay. Marshall, where did you get this Pride and Prejudice pattern? Pride and Prejudice blanket. Pride and Prejudice blanket pattern. Oh, wow. Okay, wait a second. Well, where did my search bar go? Pride and Prejudice blanket pattern. There's a quilt pattern.
Marshall, is this a quilt pattern or a crochet pattern? Oh, goodness, Pat. She says, I have a new primary doctor and now I'm back on blood thinners. Mm. Well, has anyone else started any new projects? I'm always on the lookout for something new to look at. Tiffany says, okay, sorry, hubby wouldn't be quiet. Where can we find the pattern? That is, Carrie is on the hunt, Tiffany. Because I know that that is a pattern that my daughter would really love, especially if it's crochet. Folks, there is not a movie made concerning Pride and Prejudice that my oldest daughter has not seen.
Pride and
Every variation,
Prejudice pattern.
every time frame, I mean, if it's one out of the 60s, the 70s, it don't matter. She is going to watch it. And she will watch them over and over again. And another movie that she really likes, and she doesn't care how many times they remake it, is Emma, which, is of that same time period.
So there is a. What's this one?
Marsha Lee, do you have a picture of the pattern that you could send to Carrie so she could share it with us? No, you sure don't, Pat Cray. She says, with any numbness in the leg,
There's
you
a
don't
corner
want
to
any.
corner. Oh, that's a different
Just a corner
book.
to corner one?
No, that's a different book. But there's.
Sonja, going to listen while making brunch. Well, sweetheart, you go right ahead. We just appreciate you being here with us, and I'll keep you up with what's going on in the chat.
Um, has Marsha Lee said anything?
No, she hadn't responded again. Marsha Lee, you still here with us, sweetheart? Good morning, JT. How are you? Working this morning, but wanted to pop in and leave some love. Sweetie, you are so precious. Thank you so much. And speaking of leaving some love, y'all be sure and hop back and forth between my channel and Carrie's and make sure you left us both your DNA and maybe just a comment to let us know who checked in on us. We would so appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm not finding it.
Well, maybe if Marsha Lee is still here, maybe that's what she's doing. She's on the hunt to remember where she found the pattern.
I mean, I'm finding like already done blankets.
Oh. Are they crochets or are they quilts or both?
They're no. They're like 30 by 40, 50 by 60, 60 by 80.
Woo! Pat Cray says, good news, the hand is better. Crocheted headbands, gloves, and washcloths for the homeless. Well, that's good. But Pat, you yourself know without me having to say it, but I'm going to say it anyway. Don't overdo it. Crochet a little bit, stop and do something else. Come back to it, stop and go do something else. You know, we all have to be reminded of that. No matter what craft it is you're doing, whether it's crochet, knitting, painting, diamond painting, or like Nancy loves to do, you know, her little craft rooms and stuff like that, her miniatures, excuse me. We all need to be reminded to take a break. Otherwise, something's going to happen and our body's going to tell us you're going to have to take a break.
I have an emergency. I'll be right back.
Okie dokes. Well, Brenda Bear, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And yes, Pat Cray, I saw that. Olga, sweetheart, how you doing today? Yes, Pat Cray is reminding us, or letting us know anyway, that Joanne has Pound of Love on for $7.99. Were any of you able to catch some of the yarn from Walmart? Oh, here she comes, here she comes, here she comes. Just as she's trying to get a drink here, I'm saying here she comes.
I was like, all right, you guys can watch me take a sip of my coffee. Good morning, everyone. Hello.
Yeah. Now, are you off today or are you going to work?
Oh, I'm off. Yeah, I have the day. I had yesterday and today. They're spring conferences for the elementary level.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Are you involved in that?
Nope. You know, I did have to.
Go ahead.
I keep notes on the students that I work with for reading and math. And so, you know, I had to make sure that all my notes and everything were up to date. And I communicated information to the teachers so that they could talk to parents about the progress of their kids in reading and everything.
Right. Right. Well, you know, like at our school, our counselors or any aides or anyone that interacted with the kids was also always in on that conference as well. Not that, I mean, they kind of like sat in the background, but that way, if anything was brought up, the teacher of record could turn and say, can you address this? Or is there anything you want to add before we move on?
And that was with general education students, not like kids on 504 plans or IEP plans.
Right.
It was all students?
Yes, all students.
Wow. Well, I like that idea. I think it's really nice. It's a collaboration, and there really are more, insights that can be provided. Like if you're talking to a parent about like a kid's lunch behavior or whatever. We're seeing, as an IA, we see things that the teacher doesn't see because they're not out there at recess or whatever, or,
Right. Well, there is no way that one person, one teacher, if you have more than 10 kids in a classroom, and I don't know how big the classes are at your school, but we were a small school, so it's nothing to have, even 4 or 5 kids in a class. But the more people that have eyes on a kiddo, even if it's in the classroom, or like you said, in a different situation, what the coach sees over here on the court or out there on the football field is going to be totally different than what I see in my classroom. So if everybody can get together and talk all at the same time, that's great. I mean, because there were times when, for me, because of the structure of my classroom, I wouldn't see some of the problems that other teachers would see. Or if I had an aide that came in for one specific child, they might see something else that's going on over here that I didn't have a clue that was going on. So it was always nice when I could have it. Again, in small schools, you're not always that lucky. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's
Nancy
good. If nothing else, at least you can pass on notes.
That's true. Yeah. Nancy said at my son's IEP meetings, there's always, they always had about 5 to 6 people in the meeting, and you want that. I mean, and you want to have an advocate, I'm a certified dyslexia tutor, and, there's like advocates, not just for dyslexia, but for, ADHD, ADD, things like that. And when you have an IEP meeting, you want to make sure that you're well represented so that you can make sure that the needs of your individual, child or student get, that they get met. Yeah.
That's right. Good morning, Molly. How are you doing here? Jane says, I'm done with the Sherlock. I'm now doing the envelope border. It is so easy. Yeah, I'm glad you think so.
Try it. You'll like it.
No, Maureen don't like the border edging. Maureen going to do her own thing on this next one. Marcia said that the Pride and Prejudice blanket is a crochet along by Ophelia Talks. It was started in 2021 and it's called the Lizzie blanket. Well, thank you so much, sweetheart.
Oh, the Lizzie blanket. I need to look that up. Last night I was working on putting the 2 hexagons together for my hexagon cardigan.
Uh-huh.
So now I need to add to the length.
Woo!
This is the back. Need to add to the length of it, and then add to the sleeves, and then maybe do a finishing thing here.
Right. Very pretty. I like the colors you chose.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's just it's a variegated yarn.
Right.
That's not the thing. It's
Good morning, Darcia. We're so happy you're here with us. Tiffany says, I'm nowhere near doing the border on my Sherlock, but I'm already dreading it. Well, like I said, I'm never doing that envelope border again. No. No likey.
It's soft and sleek, low pill fiber by Yarn Bee.
Yes.
And it's in the colorway Violet Stripe. So it's pink, violet, lavender, darker purple.
Yes. Marcia Lee said it is the Lizzie blanket from Ophelia Talks. It was a crochet along in 2021. And she just now says she also has a Mr. Darcy blanket as well.
What? Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's neat.
Okay, I'll look in a minute. I'm super, super dizzy, so I have to eat something.
Yes, ma'am, you do. She said the stitches changed to match the characters in the movie. Well, that's cool. Yeah, I think
If the
somebody
Mr.
else said it
Darcy
was
blanket
easy,
comes with
too.
Colin Firth. I'll buy that kit. Sorry,
Oh
Mr.
my
Lindgren.
goodness. Oh, they're your colors and you love it. Are you talking about her cardigan? Granny Square cardigan? Yes, that is very pretty.
That or the Lizzie blanket, one of the two.
Right. So is this for you or are you making it for someone specific?
It's for me. The funny thing is, though,
Good
I'm like,
girl.
oh yeah, I'm going to finish it just in time for the 80 whatever degree, 86 degree weather we're expecting today.
Well, you never know. It could turn cold like they're saying it's supposed to here. Now, of course, Florida, just like West Texas, cold front coming through just means it probably dropped 10 degrees. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nancy says the cardigan. Yes. Hirschner's has Afghan kits on sale. Yes, I saw that. I haven't gone out there to look though. So,
Ooh, nice.
I've been 131 days. I think I'll stay away.
yes, I think you will too. So proud of you, sweetheart. I
Yeah,
really
good
am.
job. You know, I don't want to bring it up, but I was wondering what you're going to do at Fiber Fusion in a couple of weeks.
I'm gonna buy lotions. Stationery. I got it all planned out.
There you
sister.
Other accessories, but not yarn or fiber.
Not
right?
yarn.
Yep.
Look who's there to help Mama clean up the cup. Oh, already licking them lips.
Hey, Darcia.
Sonja said sausage gravy and homemade biscuits with fruit on the side is what our brunch is. Ooh, I'd have to have a little scrambled eggs with that too.
Scrambled eggs.
Yes.
I haven't had
Marcia,
eggs
I'm
in a
using
while.
my scrap yarn to do my project, but Ophelia sells the yarn in packs that you can use for the tutorial. Well, that's really nice. Well, Tiffany said it was supposed to reach 92 degrees today. Does that mean it reached it, exceeded it, or didn't?
I think she says we're supposed to.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Danger, they're talking to you.
Said, well, Mama, it's because they're telling you you're supposed to share with me.
You had an icky in your eye. He hates it when I grab his head. Because he knows I'm going in for the corner of his eye.
Oh, yeah. He is the same way. She's like, Mom, leave it alone. It's not bothering me.
God, I can't believe how dizzy I got.
Well,
Back off, dude.
I kind of get that way if I take my pills before I have a little something on my stomach.
Well, and that's the first time I've taken my pills in 3 days. Because I slept all day Wednesday, and Thursday I asked my psychiatrist at 12:30 because I hadn't taken them. I said, should I take them? And she goes, no, skip them. So I did. I did as I was told. She said the Vivance would just keep me up all night.
Okay. Well, probably, yes, that late in the day.
Okay, you guys, ever seen a cat eat yogurt?
Lacey eats yogurt with me all the time. Which I did ask the vet about, because I was a little concerned. And he said, it's good for him. It's okay. So now don't make it an everyday thing, but.
Well, she's not even getting a teaspoon of it.
Right.
And is it just regular,
I
like with
mean,
normal
wheat.
sugar and stuff?
It is Greek yogurt.
But it doesn't have artificial sugar in it, does it?
God, I hope not, because I can't have artificial sugar.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry, buddy. Let me get rid of the spoon and then I'll tell you. Hey, look, you got some more up here. Okay, the spoon's clean. See you later. Bye.
Marsha Lee says Ophelia also has a jewel in the night, crochet along, and also an Agatha and a Christensen. Woo!
Okay, so the
And Candy's
contents is
asking, go ahead, I'm sorry. Go ahead. What does it say?
pasteurized skim milk and cheese and cream, water, sugar, cornstarch, natural vanilla flavor, because that's what this flavor is.
Mhm.
Natural flavor, vanilla bean.
Well, it has sugar and corn syrup, so neither one of those are artificial, so that's good. You're good.
ANNATTO color. Turmeric extract, citric acid, live active cultures. That sounds disgusting.
What do you think makes the yogurt?
I don't know. And it contains milk. Yeah, and it's just made here. It's just made here locally.
That's nice. That's really nice.
Live and active cultures. It doesn't have any. No, it doesn't. Yeah, so gluten free from cows not treated with BST.
Good.
Blended with probiotics, non artificial sweeteners. I guess I should have read that first. My cat got.
That's okay. Can we go ahead and have the devotional?
Yeah. Okay, I got to get to Affiliate Talk so I can put that on my list.
I
Hello,
wrote it down.
Beth. How are you?
Hi,
She says, I
Beth.
missed your party, Mara, a while back. The one that you made the hat for? How was it?
Oh, yeah, the hat's right here.
That may be what made her think of it.
Speedy Speed Bump's been wearing it ever since. But it was so
Speedy
much
Bump.
fun. I had a really great time, and people were dressed to the nines. I mean, they were.
Aw,
It was really cool. A lot of fun.
that's great.
Okay, we're on day 131. That's 131 days of not buying yarn for me and little Carrie.
I know.
And a few other people like Kathleen, Mama Nana Mama Cat. I can't think of anybody else who's doing it. My bad. Okay. The power of kindness. Hatred and anger are powerless when met with kindness. Maximum X. Loving God, you have taught us to love. You have taught us that love overcomes hate, and kindness and compassion overcome anger and hatred. Therefore, we pray that you give us the desire and the determination to show kindness and compassion in the face of hostility, adversity, stress, and uncertainty, fatigue, anger, and bitterness. Give us the confidence to trust in the power of kindness. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Yeah.
Everybody's saying hi and hugs.
Okay, now I gotta go to. Oh, this is the one I wanted.
To Ophelia Talks. Good morning, Michael. How are you today? We're happy you
Hi, Michael.
stopped by.
Ophelia Talks.
Yep. The Lizzie blanket and the Mr. Darcy blanket.
And the Agatha blanket. Oh, Marcia says, I am 188 away from my 1 million. Woo! 1K. But I also need watch times as well. I am so excited. I cannot believe I've come this far. Isn't that the truth, Marcia Lee?
That's awesome. Well, type in drop.
I was just getting ready to say, type in drop Marcia, and we'll make sure that everybody that's here today has thrown yarn in your window at some point.
Okay.
And Michael, I would just procrastinating on
Hi, Michael. Welcome in.
filming more makes. I hear you, boyfriend. Let me tell you.
You know,
But Michael, please type the word drop so that if there is anyone in here, which I cannot imagine there is, but just in case there's someone in here that does not have your channel and is interested in Tunisian, like Maureen is, they can go and grab you up.
he did a tutorial for a new Tunisian stitch that I had never even seen before, and it was so pretty. I put it in my to watch later. It was
Right.
Help me out, Michael. You did it. It was pink, and I think it was the ribbon stitch, but I'm not sure.
Sure.
Or the not ribbon, not cluster. Oh God, I'm gonna have to go back.
The bobble.
Yes, the bobble. It looks
Okay, I must have been.
it looks so much better in Tunisian than it does in crochet. Yeah, that one looked good. Okay. Now,
Yeah, I just love watching some of his older stitches, and I just sit there and think, some of these are just like you said, so pretty, and they do seem to stand out better in the. What did I do here? 1, 2. There's the loop. Tunisian stitch rather than in the crochet. And Beth wants to know if you're echoing. She's not on my end, Beth.
I hear a little bit of an echo when Carrie talks.
Really?
and I hear Mara echo too.
I'll mute myself for a sec.
No, it's okay. It's not you. It's on Maureen's end. I just been ignoring it.
Me too. There we go. She typed drop.
It's okay, Maureen. It's your husband's computer. There's no need to even fix it because tomorrow you'll have your own computer back.
I hope so. Let me tell you. Well, I am sorry if it's echoing, but like she said, there's really not a lot I didn't want to put too much on his computer. He says, "Oh yeah, go ahead, put your Zoom in, put your this, that, and the other," and I'm like, I guess he's trying to stick with that little adage, "Happy wife, happy life."
Oh. Ooh, the Harlequin crochet one. That one's pretty.
All right, there's Marcia Lee's channel, folks. If you don't have her, let's see if we can get her to 1,000. Michael, did you top drop a minute ago?
Oh my God, you guys! Here's the peacock blanket that she did.
Oh, that's pretty. Just a minute.
That Ophelia, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
This is
Wow,
the
that
one
is
that Michelle
really
is doing.
too many things to put together. No. Too many ends.
There you go, folks. If you don't have Michael, he is MDL Crochet. Please go in and hook him up if you don't already have him. Although I can't imagine you not, especially if you're into wanting to learn Tunisian, or you already know Tunisian. Because I tell you what, after watching some of his tutorials and realizing I have a book that says it has Tunisian stitches in it, and it does, folks, don't get me wrong, and it has quite a few patterns, but it don't have no 300 or even 100 stitches in it. So I am really anxious to get my needles out and find a quiet time so that I can start playing with it.
In that Tunisian book that we all got last year, though, how many stitches were in there? There's quite a number of them in there, too.
I don't know, but since you mentioned that, I do have it out over here on my tote. We'll just look and see.
You know, it was nice to have like a group of people that were talking about it so that somebody could demonstrate the stitch. So having Michael demonstrate it for you, that sounds even better.
Oh yeah, I'm a very visual learner.
Yeah.
Stitches are on page 26.
For me, it's like a written instruction, a diagram, somebody showing me, reinforce it in all ways.
Okay, there's the knit. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then this says traditional, which is your slip stitch, single crochet, reverse. Shows how to work into the magic ring. Crochet in a flat spiral. But these are, yeah, like it says, these are your traditional ones. That's all there was, though, really. Just 9. And then all the rest of this is projects.
Oh.
How to add colors.
Hold up the book so I can make sure it's the same one I have. I think it's a different one, isn't it, Carrie? The one we were using, wasn't it a different one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find mine.
Because this one has a lot of projects.
Dictionary.
Oh, okay. Marcia, that would be something I could try soon. Okay, I missed the chat here. Let me back it up.
Mr. Michael, could you think?
Whoopsie, I just dropped it.
Oh, okay. Now I don't have that one. Oh, you know what? I have an Amazon order I haven't finished yet.
Equipment, yarn. There's a whole section on edging. Oh, and beaded.
How many stitches are in that, Mara?
I'm looking real quick. What is it? 150 essential stitches with actual size swatches, charts, and step-by-step photos.
Good.
Yeah.
'Cause like I said, this has 9, but it also has projects that go along with those 9
I
stitches.
actually have both
That are
books.
which I thought would be good, for me to at least get started, and I could at least have those 9 stitches under my belt, along with having projects to work with them to, for the
It's nice to
practice.
put this book now that I brought it out. Oh, okay. There we go. Yes, Michael says the one with 150 stitches. Yeah, it includes edging and techniques and stuff too. But yeah, we were going to go through stitch by stitch, and I think I did like 2 of the stitches. So we kind of fizzled out, but it would be nice to get back to that again. Oh, shucks.
That's a good book. It's got a lot of intermediate and a few advanced in it. Oh, well, awesome. Like I said, I have an Amazon order over here, or really on my other computer. I know I can pull up Amazon, type into my account, and it'd be there, but looks like I'll be adding a book to it. Oh, my husband, I tell you what, guys. When I first started traveling with him, this summer, it starts 3 years ago after I retired, I had this small tote that had some books in it that I brought from home, besides my own journals on things I had been developing the last 2 years. And then since then, I have now 3 little totes that hold books. And if I order like 2 or 3 more books, I'm going to have to start on tote number 4. She did pop off and make the comment that I should just go ahead and get one big tote and put all the books in them. And I said, you already complain about having to pick up these little totes filled with nothing but books. You'll have to have what do you call them things, move
like
a
a
dolly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he'd have to have a dolly to load the tote on. So I said, no, I think I'll stick with the little ones.
That's funny.
Yeah. So Michael, I'm just going to go ahead. Let's see. It had 3 I didn't know or have. Just the last bit are the hardest to find, because the ones Miss C found for me are lost because they are in 100-year-old plus publications. Man, when you said that the other day, I thought, how exciting, Michael, that has to be. Honestly, since really all you do is Tunisian. But I have a question for you, and I have not looked. I mean, I've been watching your older videos on Tunisian, but one thing that I wanted to ask you about, that I see for a lot of folks whenever they're doing Tunisian, the bottom starts curling or rolling. How do you keep that from happening?
Add a border to it.
No.
Block it.
You take care too, Pat Cray, or a tote with wheels on the bottom one. Yeah, I have several of those too.
Bye, Pat Cray. Love you, sweetie.
Bye, Pat.
But
Take it
Teresa,
easy.
you got to be able to pick the tote up first so you can roll it on the wheels. Oh, Elizabeth, just go back.
Oh, you know what? Does anybody come on after us?
Let me look.
Remember.
Because if not, Michael, can you come up? Because it used to be Ursula.
Yeah, but I know she changed her time.
Hi, Nifty.
Hello there, Nifty. How you doing? Teresa says, add weight while you work or put a border on it. It will inevitably curl like knitting. That's the nature of Tunisian. You can add a few rows in the beginning or reverse stitch or pearl as they are anti-curling. Okay. Then if it's acrylic, steam it. Fibers block it. Okay.
I am not
Like I said.
seeing anything
Jolene,
for the 9
Jolene,
o'clock
Jolene,
hour, but I'm not subscribed to everybody. So
I'm begging
Right.
everything.
somebody else check.
I just woke up. I'm a hot mess, Carrie. LOL.
Michael, just throw your hair up in a ponytail, sweetheart. Slap on a t-shirt,
Have you
get
seen
your cup of
Michael?
coffee. That's what I'm saying. Hey, look at me. I just have my
Oh
hair
my
put up
God,
in a
that was
ponytail.
funny.
Well,
Oh,
I'm just saying, you know. Teresa says she does a foundation row at the bottom, and that does help a bit. Okay.
that color is so beautiful, Mara.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I really do like it. That's why I bought like 8 of them. There's
Mhm.
4 more up there. The only complaint that I've had about this yarn is that a couple skeins that I've had have been knotty. They've had
Oh,
like
yeah.
multiple knots where they've tied it together inside. And so that's
Right.
kind of frustrating to me because the skeins are only, great, what did I just do with that? Anyway, I must have put it away. The skeins are only 186 yards. So in my opinion,
Yeah, I was thinking
186 yards, you
187.
shouldn't have 3
A
knots
knot
or
in
4
it.
knots in it, you know.
Yeah.
But not all of them are like that. So I used like 3.5 or
What
4.
yarn is that?
It's the Soft and
Yarn
Sleek
Bee?
Low Pill Fiber
Yarn
by
Bee.
Yarn Bee in the colorway Violet Stripe. But the ones that I had here, I only came across like 2 knots in it, and that was over basically 4 skeins. So that's good. Maybe just sometimes you get a particularly bad skein. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Elizabeth, that's the reason why I like the Tunisian. I'm thinking I did Tunisian many years ago with my grandma, but then I only knew one stitch and she called it the Afghan stitch. So,
Hi, Timmy
Yeah.
Joe.
okie dokies. He said, give me a few to
few
brush my teeth and eat, and I'll come
and
up.
I'll come up. Okay, what's your email so I can
I can send him the link.
Okay, Mara
Yeah,
will send you the link.
Yeah. Give me a second here. Let me. Okay.
Well, I hope then those of you that are interested in Tunisian or, you know, just want to bend his ear a little bit will hang around here with us. He'll be up here with us in just a few minutes or so.
It is beautiful, Beth. It is beautiful.
Yes, even just the simple stitches.
I can't. I shouldn't say I can't. It hurts my hands to do it. It hurts my Hi, Granny D.
Hey, Granny D.
Hello, Granny D, sweetie. How you doing?
My joint right here, it hurts really bad to do it. It hurts to crochet. So I don't want to.
Yeah, you've been talking about that for a while.
And my mom's like, Carrie, don't have the surgery. Do not have the surgery. And it's like, I'll deal with the pain as long as I can. And then,
Right.
I mean, as soon as I get down to a certain weight, I'm going to have my knee done.
Right.
Because I'm bone on bone.
Oh, yeah.
So, and that's one thing that I'm going to do the weekend of the Fiber Fusion because we're going to be there. We're going to get there about 7 o'clock on Friday night. And I hope to get
Oh,
go
ahead.
in touch with Carrie so that maybe we can go for a walk.
Mhm.
Because I'm going to have my walker, and then we'll be able to sleep. Doesn't start until 9, so then I can get up and take a shower and do all the things. And then
Granny D says that it's gorgeous weather there in North Carolina. She's been sitting outside in the shade. That's great.
oh,
Oh,
good.
nice.
So Mara and I will probably go live later than 8 on Saturday, the 1st. We'll probably go live at 11.
Hmm.
I don't know whose time slot that is.
Jax's time slot, but I wonder, hey,
yes.
could we talk her into going to Fiber Fusion?
I think so.
I
And
mean,
we
it's in her neck of the woods. We need
I
to.
did ask her. Let me see if I can
Did she
call
send
her
a
and see if
reply?
she'll-
Was she doing something that weekend?
I don't think so. Let me call her real quick.
Oh, all right. Well, mute yourself just in case. No.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna tell her she's live.
No, I'm muting you. Oh, the crochet cabin. Check her out. Or
Yes.
All right. Trying to get these ends weaved in here.
I shall be right back. Give me just a second.
All right. So, what else do you guys have going on? There we go. I unmuted you.
Oh, I unmuted me too. Oh no, I forgot. I was muting me and unmuting me like I was in Zoom. Hi, Carrie. So, Carrie, how does that sound? When we get there on Friday, we'll go for a walk in Monroe.
I want to go on Friday now.
You can come up on Friday if you want. We have an extra bed. Jason and I can fit on a queen, you know. And I think we can have up to 4 people in our room. You just wouldn't be able to pick up Fluffin' Boots.
Oh, right. Well, yeah, no, I'll figure that out. I know. I talked to Mr. Mindful about it, and he's like, yeah, I don't really have anybody to visit in the Seattle area anymore right now.
Yeah.
So he's like, but you can totally go. Have fun.
I'm going to mute her since she's got her picture away so we stop echoing. I'm weaving in ends right now, too. Woohoo! We love the weaving in ends.
There's our guest.
Michael. Oh.
Sorry about that. I knew we were going to do that.
I was going to say, I'm not touching any buttons.
Is it Memorex? Hi, Michael.
Oh, you turned your camera back on, Maureen, and it went blurry. Oh, okay.
Yeah. May have to go out and come back in. I'll be back, Michael. Don't you leave.
I thought that was funny how she said, put your hair up. I thought, has she seen him before?
I know, right?
Yeah, and I definitely didn't want to offend you the other day
No, it's fine.
when I can't remember what was going on now.
Oh, it was just
when you said your husband threw his back out.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Very funny.
It's an old military injury for him, and it flares up at
that's
times.
too bad.
And yeah, so
He needs lots of prayers then.
yeah, and
Who?
they want to do surgery, but you know he's 43, so or 42, so it's not like too young.
That's young.
Yeah.
Who needs
So-
who needs prayer?
Yeah.
Antonio.
Michael says
Antonio.
Yes.
Right. Can I ask what kind of surgery?
It does. He needs back surgery, but we're just
Okay.
like you're too young. 'Cause his it's from a military injury, which is causing the channels that the nerves come out of in your spine to narrow.
At the base of the spine?
Yeah.
You know, my mother suffered from back problems all the time. And so when she finally got a doctor to listen to her. I mean, she went to chiropractor, and never could fix it, you know. So what they found was, I think they're supposed to be like the way it was explained to me, or the way I remember it anyway. At the base of your spine, where all the nerves go through and then come back out
Mhm.
again, each nerve is supposed to have its own little hole. Well, she had like 2 or 3 in which there were 2 nerves going through the same hole. And so
Oh,
what they
wow.
had to do was they went in, and for each one of those, they were able to enlarge the hole, and then they put a separator in there so that the nerves would not rub against each other. And once that was done, she was fine.
Wow.
But
Wow.
my
Yeah.
mother, let's see, she might have been older though than Antonio whenever they found that. In fact, she was probably in her 60s when they found that.
He's
So yeah, 47.
43 actually. Yeah, he's 43, but it's going to be going through the VA, so we got to be careful what we allow
I
them
know.
to do us.
Yeah.
I hear that one.
Yes.
My husband needs to have neck surgery really bad because he's got some nerve problems right in here. And every once in a while, that nerve will pinch to the point where he can't move his head. You know what I mean? Or move to that one direction. You can move it this way, but he can't move it the other direction. But he had a friend years ago that had the same type of surgery that they want Wayne to have. And now he can't move his head at all. He, you know, he's like this all the time. Wayne's like, nope, I'll put up with the pain. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I had
Yeah.
both of my knees
So-
replaced.
Yeah.
I've got partial knee replacement in my right, and started out with partial and then upgraded to full, and then they kept upgrading that, and then it finally did it. They upgraded it to a full knee replacement rotating hinged joint.
Wow.
So
Oh my.
thank you, Crochet Cabin, and hi Teresa
Yes.
and Sonia.
No, they're not, Tiffany. I don't care where the nerve is. Anytime they get
It's-
pinched, they are not fun.
Oh
What's
yeah,
been
I was
helping-
dealing with that pain in my neck and shoulder for
Mm-hmm.
where I had numbness down in my finger and everything. And thank goodness for chiropractor and massage, because now I'm, 85 to
Right.
90% better.
That's awesome.
That's great.
What's been helping for him, besides physical therapy, is
Hmm.
one of the few things VA's ever done right. They gave him a TENS unit to take home. And
A what unit?
a TENS unit, it's the ones with the little pads and that shocks you.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh.
I get that muscle stim done.
Mhm.
That's what my chiropractor calls it. But
Has he,
But
and I know that you're going to probably look at me funny, cross-eyed maybe. Has he tried acupuncture?
the thing with acupuncture is you got to believe it works.
Okay,
It's also
so
mind related, and no, we haven't because we don't believe it works. We're both spent many years in the medical field,
mhm.
so there's things that it may work for people that will believe it works, but for those of
Right.
us who I've dealt with nerve injuries and whatnot, and I personally don't believe it works. But if you
Oh my
do and it
God.
works for you, then
Oh
hey,
my gosh. I
you
went
know,
to this.
Right.
I have to tell you a story, Michael. I went to this place. It was called Work. Um, oh, what the heck was the name? It doesn't even matter. But the whole place was all lazy boy chairs, recliners, and they kicked everybody back and they sat there and they talked to them and found out what their problems were that they were having, and then they just started poking them with all these needles, and then they'd put a blanket over them, and as soon as they put the blanket over me, I was out, and I slept for 4 hours the first time I had it done. And if I'd have drove to this place, I would not have been able to drive home because by the time they pulled those needles out of me, I was so relaxed. It was like I was in space. I was like walking on air. I was like, man,
well, a
it
lot of
was.
it too, we got to be able to go to what, because the VA is our health care.
Mhm.
So
Right.
if the VA offers it, that's one thing. If they don't, and they don't, like our VA here does not offer acupuncture. They don't offer
Working
a
class
lot of stuff.
acupuncture was the name of it. And I don't know how far across the United States it is, but I know they have it in Oregon and Washington. And man, it was amazing. And it wasn't a matter of did I believe in it or did I not, because I
Yeah.
was like, I was on the no side. But it was like,
Mhm.
wow. I mean, just talking about it gives me goosebumps because it made me a firm believer, because I mean it totally knocked me out. My back felt better, my knees felt better. It was amazing.
I know they want to do like send me to physical
Want
therapy
to say hi to
basics, but
Mary King. So happy that you're here. Nancy says
hi,
my
Mary.
mom uses a TENS unit for her back, and it has helped her. Teresa asked the question: has he tried red light therapy yet?
It's all what the VA offers is all we got.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right. Sonja said I had to stop going to the chiropractor because any wrong manipulation, I would be paralyzed from the day. Oh my goodness. So you're just doing physical therapy with the TENS unit and massage. The only thing about acupuncture for me is you say the word needles and I'm done. I'm out the door. No.
Well,
Ain't
see,
happening.
they're so tiny
Yeah, I
that you
saw
don't
you
even
cringe.
feel them. You don't even feel them go in at
I
all.
don't care. Hello, Nana Mama Cat. How are you, sweetie?
Oh my God.
Hi, Kat.
I'm
But
glad you made
that
it in
isn't why we
today.
had you come up here. We had you come
No.
up here to talk about Tunisian. But I was just thinking, because it isn't even insurance. They don't even do insurance. It's I think, well, now it's probably $75, and they work on a pay scale. So like if you are low income, they work with you money wise. So it could be something if they have it in your area, whether or not you believe in it or not, it's worth a try.
Yeah. I know they want to do some things with me, but it's like they want to talk about massage on my leg. And if you know anything about CRPS, anything can set it off. Your
Right.
pants rubbing against it. Next thing you know, I'm in a huge flare up.
See, I
So
don't
I
believe
Mhm.
in massage, and I had it done one time, and
oh, it wonders.
Mhm.
I hurt so
But
bad,
now,
and I think it was because I didn't drink my water afterwards.
like for me, we just had a cold front come in, And
Ooh.
I'm messing with I have two phones. One that controls my pain stimulator in that's implanted in my back, and the other one, of course, is my actual phone. But I'm trying to get it to connect. Bluetooth, gotta put it right next to it.
Wow. Your computer automated.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm part of Cyborg now, but it works
Nancy
wonders.
says, I don't like strange hands on me. No massage for me. I just had a massage yesterday. I'm telling you, man, I loved it.
Before my CRPS kicked in, we'd go to get a massage at least once a month, and it feels great.
Mm-hmm.
And you feeling them popping those little knots, and you're like, oh, I didn't know that I had knots there. I didn't
Right.
know that was possible.
Yep.
But that's pretty much. Oh, that's gonna be bright, but you can kind of. That's
Ooh.
where all that blue is. That's where it
Mhm.
controls my pain.
Wow.
Wow.
But I gotta turn it up.
Wow.
Hmm. Nancy says, Earl does a great job. There you go.
There you go.
My brother, whenever my mom would have pain, she would get a lot of shoulder pain from bursitis. And my brother would just clap his hands together, rub super fast, and then he would rub her shoulder and she would be fine
Yep.
for a good amount
Like
of
the
time. It was
the
just like he
Miyagi
had this
thing.
magic.
Yes,
This
there you
magic
go.
touch. Yeah.
The Mr. Miyagi.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, wax on, wax off.
I want to see that pink
Fabric, Tunisian
yeah, that
stitch.
Tunisian bauble that you did. Do you have it handy? I want everybody, in case they missed that video.
I have all of them handy.
Oh, okay. Guys, this is going
There
to
you
blow your
go.
mind.
Yeah, to hear that
Good
it's
morning,
Tunisian.
Don
Can you make
Aaron.
it big?
Yeah, we can make him big.
Isn't that
that
pretty,
pretty?
folks? That really
Ignore-
is a pretty bauble.
Ignore the safety pin with the bead on it. That's how I keep track of which one I did and which part of the series it's in.
Right.
But yes. Boom.
That
That's
is just so
beautiful. I
pretty.
think that's really, really pretty.
I thought so too. That's why I was like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and put this one out because I was gonna wait till a little bit later whenever I did it with a different series to kind of accent it a little bit more. But I was like, well, I want this one to go out now. I think just by itself, the possibilities you can do with it. You know, I just put it into like a little diamond pattern, but you could do letters. You could do, you name it. You could do it all with it, and
Right.
Hello,
just the
Blast.
possibilities. That's why I wanted to put it out sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
Hello, Mary.
but there's a lot others that will be
Is that
coming
your
up.
name?
Blessed to crochet.
Yeah.
I believe that's Mary.
Okay.
Hello, Don Aaron. How are you doing, sweetheart?
Hey, Don.
Oh no.
Not that one.
We want to do this way.
There we go. Yeah, so we can see
Yeah.
the Tunisian.
Yep. So we can see the Tunisian.
But there's
Okay,
a lot
so-
that I have.
Yes, it's Mary.
Quick crash course for beginners.
Uh-huh.
She did say that.
That
and
will
I thought
help
she was
some of these
talking there,
here.
too.
Like Beth, if they're really interested in Tunisian, will go to your channel and start watching your videos. So give us a crash course or like an intro course. Spill something.
Well, pretty much like the way I teach my tutorials is you do not need to have any crochet experience or any knitting experience. I teach you
Mhm.
how to do the chain, and I teach you each stitch. Even some of the advanced stitches, or they're not really advanced, they're more leaning towards intermediate that's coming up. The way I teach it is you could still go in from the very beginning and not knowing anything and still do that stitch. That's how I
Right.
wanted it. Like they can go through the library and say, "Oh, I want to do this stitch, but I don't want to learn all the bases." So I teach it every video, like I said, from the very base. You can if you can do the chain stitch, then you can follow me to do the rest of the stitch.
That's good.
And that's what I wanted. I wanted to make the possibilities even better and opened up to more people instead of saying, "Oh, like some people when they're teaching their stitches, it's always, well, if you don't know this stitch, I have a video, go watch it."
Right.
Yeah. And that's
You know,
awful.
exactly, because now you're like, "Oh, well, then you lost interest."
Right.
Because you got to watch another video.
Mhm.
Exactly. And my
I
teaching
think that's the
style is
reason why.
Go ahead, I'm
Yes,
sorry.
I was going to interject there. I think that's the reason why I gravitated more towards your channel for that very purpose. Because being a teacher myself, I've always said there's more than one way to skin a rabbit. So this way, with the approach that you're taking, is I don't have to see the first 23 videos in order to get to this stitch to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I can just jump around. Whatever
Yeah,
one
exactly.
stitches you have out there, I know that you're going to tell me, okay, we're going to do this here, and now follow along, and you will learn the rest of this that we're doing today. And I
And
like that.
that's how I wanted it. Because before I started my Tunisian YouTube journey, I've been doing Tunisian now going on 11 years now. And
That's
when I first
awesome.
learned, there was no tutorials. You learned that, reading a book.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I sat there, I want to say it was November, me and the husband were talking. I'm like, I want to do this. The things I wished were in a tutorial when I was learning aren't in the tutorials. So I went through all the others who taught Tunisian. I just went through their tutorials just so I could learn what not to do. And not only that, just get a feel.
Right.
And I got that feel because I knew I didn't want that annoying music over my tutorials. I wanted to talk. I wanted to make it sound like there was a friend talking to you. And made it calm because Tunisian in itself is already going to be daunting because a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
get scared from having all these loops on the hook. They get
Right.
scared about that, and I don't want them to be. And so that's what started me.
I have a question. What do you tell somebody who, like when I crochet, like this joint right here kills me, but it hurts worse to do Tunisian. Now, is it because I'm holding my hook tighter? I just
Yeah.
need to loosen up on my hook.
And with Tunisian, you don't have to do death grip on your hook. You just hold the yarn really because the hook will guide itself, and you can just pull on through and just let the hook guide itself.
Right.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because I was ready to throw Tunisian out the window. Because
No,
I'm
no, 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 no,
serious,
no, no.
because I want to be able to crochet.
Excuse me.
Crocheting is, if I can't crochet, just
Right.
the thought
Have
of
you
it makes me cry.
have you thought about those compression fingerless glove things?
I do have them, but it's like I've started crocheting a lot looser, so it's not bothering me. But I just wanted to see if that was what it was. I was just like death gripping the Tunisian crochet hook, and
That was my issue at first when I first learned Tunisian. I thought you had to death grip the hook because you don't get much room to grab the hook when you got loops on it. So you got to
Right.
death grip it, and you don't.
okay.
You're just guiding it in and out. That's all you're doing with. And now the hook that I'm using here is that AliExpress hook. I'm making a whole project before I even say if I like them or not.
I was getting ready to ask you, do you like them or do you don't? But
No,
yeah, we'll wait.
don't answer
wait for
that.
your final review.
Wait until you finish.
That's why I said we'll wait for the final review.
My normal ones are the Knitter's Pride set and that are wooden.
Hmm.
Well, I have the Clover set, and
Yeah, I do too.
I like the fact that it's got that great big knob at the end, so that the does that
The
one have the knob at the end?
Hmm.
Oh,
Stitch
yeah,
doesn't come off.
they all come with the stoppers. Mine, it does come off. It's got a little key, but so far the only thing on this set that I'm liking is the cable is a swivel cable, and
Can you show us what a
It's-
swivel cable looks like?
it's that metal braided
Oh,
that's coated in
not
plastic. So
plastic.
it's not plastic. But let me grab one of my. wait,
hi
I got one in here.
Ashley. My favorite.
Hello,
book is
Ashley. How are you,
Susan
sweetie?
Susan Bates. They're in line.
Trying to find the cables. There we go.
Well, you know, that's the way these clovers are, little Carrie. They're very much an inline.
Yeah, most Indonesian are going to be inline too. A swivel cable, it's going to be hard to show, but that's the part that goes into your needle. You screw it in, and the swivel aspect is it
Oh,
gets to turn. So when you're
Oh.
pushing back, when you're working backwards, not with the harder plastic ones, they'll have a tendency to bunch up and kind of poke out. Especially if you got a big project on it, they'll kind of poke out a little bit, and then you have to push
Do
it
the
back.
Clovers have the swivel? I'm pretty sure they do.
I don't know.
So-
I haven't touched Clovers.
You haven't?
No,
Well, I'll have
I
to
just
let
know.
you know when I
no,
find
these don't
one.
have a swivel on them.
Do you have yours right there?
Nope, just a screw on and that's it.
Oh,
My,
well, now
the-
I'm
my Knitter's
disappointed.
Pride. Most base sets don't come with swivel. That's why I wanted to try this whole set. This is the AliExpress one that everybody's talking about. So I wanted to try it and see. For my Knitter's Pride, I had to order my own swivel cables.
Yeah. Carrie
So-
wants to know what those are called, Michael.
The AliExpress set.
The AliExpress set, Carrie.
They're just
Mhm.
go to TL Yarn Crafts, and one of her videos back in March or February, she talks about them, and she has
Yeah.
the link for them. That's all I know.
Oh, yeah, and everybody went out and bought them like crazy. Even one went out
They
and bought
weren't
a set.
supposed to. They were not supposed to. They weren't. She wasn't even supposed to put that out yet
Oopsie.
Oh, wow.
because they didn't come out onto the market until May.
Oh, my gosh.
Whoopsie whoops.
And then they had to raise their prices because oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
And now they're coming out with a gold colored set, and because they did so well, it's like, well, now they're trying to milk it for what it's worth now. But the difference, I mean, pull this out so I can. But there's the head of my normal needle, right?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
There's the head
Oh,
of them, and it's pretty sharp.
I don't
Yeah.
know that I like the metal. The metal.
I'm
hook.
not. I don't know yet. I'm reserving judgment. I'm making of something for somebody, and I was like, well, let me just try them.
Mhm.
You know,
Right.
everybody's been doing little swatches of it. You won't know if you really like them.
I was
Unless
going to
you
say,
make
you
it
need to
off-
work up a whole.
Yeah, exactly. Because everybody's been making swatches. Swatches. Let me tell you the difference. Okay, you can tell the difference in the size, but you're not telling me how it feels to constantly work with them. So I'm
Right.
like, I'm gonna make a whole project in them, and then I'll give my personal opinion.
That's good. Well, I
Okay,
have
Carrie.
gravitated from my Susan Bates over to a Furls.
Mhm.
And I started out with their resins, which was nice, and then gravitated to the woods. And of course, when they came out with their metals, I had to get a set just because I'm a metal person. But I have grown more and more to prefer the woods. And so whenever I bought this clover set, I was happy to see that the needles in that set, or the hooks, I should say, in that set were wood. Now I haven't
Mhm.
done anything with them yet because I'm still just watching, and I like to watch like some of your videos, and I've made some notes, personal notes for me, so that when I go
Yeah.
back and watch your video, I can look at my notes and start
Carrie.
practicing.
I like working with wood because, especially with Tunisian, you can feel the vibrations of where you mess up. If you're splitting the yarn, you can feel that vibration,
Oh wow.
or at least I can. And
Yeah.
the wood is, if they're smooth already, like these were,
Mm-hmm.
this set, you just fly right on
Hi,
by.
Joseph.
I'm not a fan of metal. However, my crochet hook is metal,
Right.
and it's a Bates, or is it a boy? It's a boy. I bought that like 15 years ago, and I still use it. Well, it's because I saw orange. Orange is my favorite, one of my favorite colors,
Right.
and I saw it. I had to have
Oh
it.
no, we have
Tony's-
another Lala. Another, you know who Lala is, right, Michael?
No.
Mad
Mimi
Mimi.
Oh my goodness.
Crochet and farming.
Oh my gosh, you're missing out. She's hilarious.
She's
She's
a
from
hoot.
Alaska. Okay.
Oh.
Well, anyway.
Oh
let me
wait,
ask
I think I do. Is she the one that did
the
Hooker versus
Yeah,
hooker.
yes. Okay. Yes.
Okay, her favorite color is orange also. Let me answer Carrie's question really quick because it went by. She wants to know where she can get those ones that you're using now because she doesn't like the swivel because hers bunch up. Is that what you said, Carrie? It's up in there. Let me read what she wrote. Oh God, my
Well, while you're looking at that,
Oh,
Teresa's
Jetton.
asking Michael, what's your favorite
yeah,
yarn
Jetton
right
is
now?
Carrie. Do you have a link?
To them.
I hate the swivels that bunch up, and since those don't, I'm interested. Or should she just go to
Yeah, it's on the. I know
Yarn
it's on the TL Yarn Crafts. I want to say February or March where she explained them, and she shows a link. They're for a Tunisian set. They were pretty cheap, in my opinion, $49. In my opinion, when my Knitter's Pride set was $160.
Oh wow.
Hi, Froggy.
But I wish I.
Hello, Froggy, and welcome back, JT. I'm sorry.
Jet, if you can email me, my information's on my email address is on my what's that thing? I want to say, I keep wanting to say bio, but profile page. Profile page. And I can send you the link there because I kept the receipt, so I can send you to. I'll send it to you.
That's
so
cool.
You can see where. And my favorite yarn is right behind me. It's Big Twist.
Big Twist.
I mean, it's not even because they give me stuff, but for
Yeah.
me, I've been using it for about 2 years, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm allergic to animal fibers,
Right.
like, especially wool. It's not the lanolin that I'm allergic to. It actually feels like insulation digging into my skin.
Right.
So I don't work with a lot of animal fibers. And
Even
cotton.
superwash merino you're allergic to? Even superwash merino, 100%?
Wow.
I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. Oh my gosh.
It digs into my, like, the fibers themselves kind of dig into my skin, like it's the insulation you put in your walls. If you accidentally touch it
Right.
without gloves, how you're itching and all that stuff
That
today.
fiberglass.
Yeah, that's what it does to
Oh,
me.
I'm so sorry.
So everything I have in here is mainly acrylic. I have some bamboo and then there's some cotton. But that's a cotton bamboo blend that Don Aaron made for me. But most everything I work with, just because of my allergy, is acrylic. And Red Heart to me was hard, so I was trying to find something soft a couple years ago, and for years I really didn't know Joann's was a crafting store.
Yes.
And a lot of that was because, well, they had a bush that covered part of the sign that said the fabric and arts and crafts, that part of it. So I always thought it was like a beauty supply, hair supply store.
Oh no.
So till they cut that
Well,
bush down, and I
okay.
saw, okay. So I went in there, and then I went to their yarn department, which mine has a huge yarn department, and I started just touching the yarn that I knew was acrylic, and I touched Big Twist. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is soft, and I've been addicted to Big Twist since.
Oh my goodness. Les says I get blisters when I deal with anything other than acrylic bamboo or cotton. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sonja,
Oh,
thank you so
no.
much for being here with us, sweetheart. We
See you
do
later,
appreciate
Sonja.
it.
Who's leaving?
Sanja.
Sonja, she's going to go spend
Have a good
time
day,
with her
honey.
hubby. Thank you so
Oh, bye,
much.
Sandra. Have a great day.
So
And
with
then
that being said then, Michael, I realize all of your swatches probably are made with the acrylic yarn, correct?
yes, every
All right.
every single one of them.
Okay. And this may depend on the different brand of hooks that you're using,
Hmm.
but do you find that hook A brand works better with acrylic yarn and hook B brand works better with something else?
Not really.
Not really? Okay.
It depends on the company too, though, because some of them come, like these, especially wooden needles. They already come hopefully, if you got a good brand, they're coming pre-polished
Right.
and ready to go. Sometimes,
Good morning.
Hello, Mimi. How are you doing, sweetie?
sometimes they don't come pre-polished. So you gotta, or they're a little rough. So what I do is when they're rough like that, I just get beeswax, rub it on there, or I take beeswax, melt it with a little bit of lavender oil, and let it melt, and then rub it on my needle and let it set.
Right.
Because our clovers aren't.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah.
And then I wipe it off. Just rub it off with your fingers, heat it up,
Mhm.
and then they become smooth.
Wow.
Well, I'd also heard a quick tip or trick was just to take wax paper and rub it all up and down. But I
You
don't
probably
know.
could.
Like I said, I hadn't done anything with my hooks since the day I bought them. They're pretty over there and everything, just because I had not. Well, I hadn't made myself take the time yet to do the Tunisian, but it's on my bucket list, and this is
We bought
only
our
May.
We bought our
So
hooks on the same day.
yes, we did. Yes, we did.
I was
But
like,
then if
"These
you're
are
getting
clovers."
if you're getting the good sets, you don't even have to worry about it because they're going to come already
Right.
pre-polished and everything. Some of the ones like these, I wanted a bigger double-ended because all I had were these clover smaller ones. Well, smaller ones.
Mhm.
I wanted bigger whenever I'm working with bigger projects because those small ones can get annoying when you're working on a sweater or whatever like that.
Right.
And those came. I've only polished like a few of them. Whenever I use it, I'll put the stuff on the wax and on the little candle warmer and just let it melt, and then I'll use it. But on that needle, I should do it on all of them, but it's like I don't see myself crocheting with these big needles, anytime soon.
I was gonna say, yeah.
I was going to ask you, what would you crochet with that? A sweater?
You could do a lot. You could do a sweater, pillowcases, anything. You could do a lot in the round. Those are for in the round.
Pillowcases.
Really?
Yeah, you could do pillowcases. You could even do like just a purse. Just make the top up or just do Tunisian in the round for a purse, close off the bottom and just do your normal closure for the top and not leave it open, and you got a purse or a backpack or a bag or a cinch. You got many things.
Wow.
No, I'm still going really on that
The
big
pillowcase.
long hook, working on it in the round. I mean, use it to work in the
Yeah.
round.
Yeah. It's double ended.
Okay, my geometry's got to come into play here for just a minute.
It's double ended, so you'll be pulling up your loops on one side, and you'll have two skeins or two batches of yarn going in. So you'll be pulling up your loops on this side, and then after it gets so many, you have another yarn coming in, and that's how you're closing them off. And that's how you work in the
Oh,
round.
darn.
Oh.
I'll be darned.
Well, now that
I'm gonna-
double-ended one makes total sense.
Mhm.
Yes, it does. Well,
I'm going to be
pretty
doing
cool
a
there.
video probably. Let me see. When is that one scheduled? Oh, in about 4 weeks is
Hi,
whenever
Ronnie.
because now that I've had this influx,
Hey, Bonnie.
I'm adding another series. Hi, Bonnie. Haven't seen you in a hot minute.
Right?
Hello, Bonnie.
I'm doing a Friday video now, and it's going to be tips and tricks. It's going to be item makes. It's going to show a bunch of stuff. I mentioned it last Thursday on my live, and the question that got brought up the most was beads. How do you add beads to Tunisian? So that's why I did the video that came out today, beads. And then there's going to be ear warmers, different types of ear warmers, you name it. And then in the round,
Right.
how to crochet in the round so you can make socks, so you can make sweaters, so you can make sleeves, beanies, etc. So there's a lot.
Mhm.
Wow.
I like the
Bonnie
sock
said,
idea.
Michael, you hanging with the cool girls.
Aw, thank you. Thank you.
And Mary, no, I'm not going to be doing Zoom.
You're not
I'm
going to
not
be
gonna
doing
be-
what?
Mary King asked if I will be doing Zoom. No, I will not be doing anything behind a paywall or anything in private. It's going to be videos or my live.
Mm-hmm. That's great.
Just because I don't want to have to. I don't know.
Well,
To me,
I have
that's
a
a lot.
question for you. If somebody else had the Zoom and they wanted help, would you consider that?
At the moment, no. The reason why is I have a lot going on right now between
I know you do.
Well, collaboration, all these item makes, and trying to. I'm a filmer and an editor, so I have to film all my stuff and I have to edit it.
Mm-hmm.
And since it's only once a week, I like for my stitch tutorials, I'm good until September.
Right.
But September is coming up. It's getting
Yep.
closer and closer. So I've got to
What's
get back to that.
September?
My stitch tutorials, I filmed
Oh.
those all back in February,
Okay.
and I just have them coming out once a week.
Oh, and
And-
you have them coming out once a week till September.
I have them scheduled up until September, or uploaded and scheduled on YouTube
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
till September. But that September 2nd's coming up faster than
Yep.
it's approaching pretty quick. So I got to get back to that around July. Plus, I'm dealing with trying to figure out these new 3 stitches that Miss C found that were long lost. The wording, it's their wording I am trying to decipher because it's in a 1900 publication.
Right.
It wasn't called Tunisian. A couple of the stitches are called Afghan stitches. One of them's called Queen Victoria stitch. That's
Right.
the name changes, and that's what makes finding a lot of these stitches hard too. Because now I have a lot of the modern stitches. I actually have them all. I have 304, and the hard part now is trying to find these older stitches, is because all the different names Tunisian has gone by.
Mm-hmm.
And they're in lost publications. I found 20, I want to say about a month ago, in the online library in Poland, or maybe a little bit more than a month ago. I found some from Miss C in an old publication that would have been thrown away.
Right.
Oh,
So that would have been lost. I'm glad she saved that. She's going back. She's going through her other old crochet books to see if she can find some. I have
She's
other people looking in
amazing.
their older stuff. And so it's just between all the different name changes that Tunisian's going through, it's just hard to find stuff. Now I'm in the old stitches and it's hard to find them.
I wish that someone in my family had kept my Grandma's old books
Hmm.
and even her own handwritten notebooks, but
Yes.
you didn't think about things like that back then. In fact, I crocheted off and on a lot when my girls were growing up, mainly just blankets, and every once in a while I'd make something special to go on a dress, or maybe a vest or something for them that would be different than what everybody else was wearing at school. But there were just things that Grandma had taught me and I knew how to do and I could whip them out real quick. But in thinking back, the books that we did things together out of,
Hmm.
man, I would love to have those things. But
Well,
I can't
exactly.
even remember the names of them to be able to go and see if I can find them anywhere, you know?
Yes,
So
exactly. And I want to say Tunisian,
maybe
the
it's the
actual
same.
Tunisian name
Hi,
started
Kathy.
taking off in around 1950s. Before that, it was Afghan stitch. Before that, it was Queen Victoria stitch. Before that, it was the Balkan stitch. It's gone through so
Mm-hmm.
many name changes. It's just hard to find. And
Yeah,
then
and when I was growing up, it was the Afghan stitch. That's what Grandma called it.
so it's just trying to find these stitches. And then a lot of the countries, because a lot of the Baltic states and Eastern Bloc of Europe did Tunisian constantly. And how
Mm-hmm.
many regime changes have they had? What has been lost? It's hard.
Yeah.
And my
Oh,
goal is to get as many of these stitches into one place, so that way they're in one place. Nobody has to go hunt them down.
oh,
And
I'm
that's
so
awesome, Michael.
sorry.
I think that's a great undertaking that you've done for the crochet crafting world. I really,
That's what I'm trying to do.
and I wish you all the luck in the world of getting that done. And I mean, I just think that's wonderful. I really do.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
there's so many of us that um, we remember, but we don't remember the name, or we
Hmm.
don't remember
Bye,
how it
Bonnie.
was put together, or you know what I'm saying? So to see,
Yeah.
for me, you're young. I mean, I'm old enough to be your mama. I'm just going to tell you that. Um, honestly, but to see young people and like Mara and so many of the other youngsters that are here with us in the community wanting to pick up and continue the craft. And
Hmm.
here you are taking a part of our craft and not only preserving it, but you're going even deeper in and bringing back to life some stuff that none of us have seen before. And so
Yeah.
I
Thank
thank
you.
you so much, really, honestly.
Well,
Hey, Taffy.
I mean, Mara can tell you. Anybody who's watched my lives will tell you. I'm enthusiastic about
Oh,
Tunisian.
yes.
I have a passion for Tunisian. It's one, I
And
just
it
love
comes
it, but
across.
two, it's one of those that I'd love for it to grow more than it is. And I've noticed the
Yes.
traction. Ever since the Bod shout out, Juan shout out, the traction is growing.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to be able to have it to where because you got crochet, it's already its own niche, and then here I
Right.
am, Tunisian, such a small pebble in that crochet ocean, but I want it to be
Right.
bigger. And I've been not on YouTube, but I've been shunned, talking to knitters or
Oh, I know.
crocheters. Oh, you do Tunisian?
Mm-hmm. Well, the thing I
What's up with
have to
that?
say to that is that Tunisian, and that's the reason why I've always loved it, honestly, even though I've not done it and have wanted to do it, is that it is a beautiful blend of crochet
Hmm.
and knitting. It
It
really is.
is.
And it is its own world. It really is. I mean, just like knitting and crochet are different, Tunisian is too, but
Hmm.
it takes the best of both worlds and brings it together. That's the reason
Mm-hmm.
why I like Tunisian.
Like the way I found Tunisian, I was crocheting a blanket, but I was like, I'm getting tired of the holes.
Yes. Uh-huh.
And when I was just looking for different stitches, something like I saw a picture on a website. It was a Tunisian simple stitch, and I was like, "What is this?" And she did step by step instructions. I used a regular crochet hook and made it up, and I just fell in love with it right then and there. I was like, "Well,
Yeah.
screw this. You could take this apart, Tony. I'm starting over." But Tony, like as soon as when I started doing Tunisian, he's like, well, I'm gonna let you figure it out because I'm not sure if I'm gonna like it. And I did my first Afghan,
Does Tony crochet?
or not Afghan. Yes, he does.
Okay.
I taught he crocheted when I first met him 22 years ago. That boy had a death grip and tension that would make his needles squeak.
Oh my goodness.
Now, does he crochet or does he Tunisian or does he knit?
Now he does Tunisian.
Oh,
I
interesting.
converted when I figured it out. I showed him all he could do is a simple stitch. I learned all the others, and now he's starting to learn. He's like, well, and he's learning off my videos. He's not having me teach him.
That's great.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Yep.
Mimi's asking where did Tunisian originate. There's actually no set history on where it originated. That's one of those lost things. Nobody really truly knows where it originated. The reason why the name Tunisian came about is just because it sounded exotic. Because it was Afghan stitch, it was Queen Victoria stitch, it was bulk stitch. So people just wanted something exotic with it.
Right.
That's it.
Basically
Now,
the
like-
same package, just a different name. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of like the history of crochet as well. Nobody knows where it really got the name crochet because nobody can actually pinpoint when it happened. In
Yeah.
fact, it wasn't even something that women did. You
I
know,
was
women either
just gonna
embroidered or
say
they
that.
knitted.
I was just
Yeah.
going to say that. It was
Well,
men that crocheted.
Oh yeah.
It was a male centric, really wasn't even a fiber art really. It was because of,
No.
knit, it was the fishnets. It was,
Right.
what all that other stuff like that they needed for their jobs. And then it turned into clothing, and then now it's like for years there's been a stereotype about men doing it again.
Mm-hmm.
But men have done it. I've done it since I've been 14 and I'm
Mhm.
46.
So I have a question. Who taught you?
My grandmother.
And who taught Tony?
I don't know who taught. Oh, it was a lady he worked with in the Navy that taught him.
Oh, that's
Oh,
cool.
And she was, at that time, she was in her 60s. And he was 20 when he learned.
That's cool. Well, it's so relaxing. To me it is
Mhm.
anyway.
It is.
Crochet or to do Tunisian or to knit. Even when you have to take out 13 rows of your blanket, and then you get a ball of this.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a mosaic blanket that I had to take 13 rows out of. But it's so relaxing, and the end result is going to be so dynamic that everybody's going to love it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, can I show you guys what I've been working on here?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sure.
All right, I'm going to add my camera. Whoop, maybe. Because I don't know really how to Tunisian very well.
We all
I'll
got to
just-
start somewhere.
I'll add the camera
Yeah.
just so I can show the close-up version of it. 1 second.
And I'll make the camera big.
Okay, great.
If I can
She's
find
gonna-
mine.
That's okay. I can just make it solo. Oh, you got it. Okay. So Carrie was talking about the rolled up edge. And so what I did was started with a foundation single crochet.
And that helps too. Like the single crochet, I've done that plenty of times, but like with most of my blankets, I do like having a border. I don't like adding an extra border. That's why I use
Yes.
the reverse. That's why I do the reverse stitch. But that is, I love that.
Don't look at my ends because I really don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it when I get to the end. But
I could show you real fast.
okay.
Okay, here.
So
let's
I've been
put-
going through these first two. Do you see how it's kind of thicker there on that side?
Okay, hold on.
Ron, I gotta
This
pull up
is
a
for
few.
ya.
I gotta pull up some loops real quick.
I wonder
Oh
if
my
I can get both of you guys. Here, I can. Hold on. No.
This is an easy little trick that I like to teach in my videos because a lot of people have issues
worries.
with the edge, the left edge. If you're a righty, left edge.
Yeah, I'm a righty, so my left edge, I'm like,
And there's an easy look. Oh, what do I do? Oh, pull. Oh, okay. There's an easy little trick to that. Okay, I'm gonna have to do it
move
this way.
that for now.
So you're at your left edge, and ooh, this is going to be weird for me. But if you take your needle and just literally drop it down to the row you closed, and then you take your edge and you fold it, you're going to end up exactly where you need to go.
Come
So
into the camera.
yeah, I got it. There we go.
Yeah, you got to turn
got-
yourself.
You
I
got to
would say,
drop
here,
down.
let me get there and I can show. Oh, here we go.
Okay, so you
and
fold
you-
it down.
Because you pulled up these loops, which just closed off the row right below it. So you just roll it down, fold your work, and you're going to go into the last two where you need to go, exactly where you need to go. And then you pull up your loop, and your edge is now nice and even.
That looks pretty.
Yeah, it does.
I'm using that for a tutorial.
So you said you start with the crab stitch at the bottom whenever you
I normally, if I'm making a bigger project, I start with, if it's a big project, like I usually do 3 or 4 rows of the reverse stitch so it doesn't curl. Mara, you did it as a single crochet. Is that what you
I
said?
did a foundation single crochet.
Okay, that works too.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Mimi says, amazing how I'm really interested. See?
that last stitch is what gets a lot of people to keep the edge nice. But if the whole rolling down to the row you just closed off, folding your work, your needle ends up right where it needs to go because you got to go through that last or the very beginning V is what I call it. And there's a post right behind that V. You got to split those. And that when you're rolling it out, when you fold your work onto the needle, it goes right where it needs to go.
Huh.
Huh.
So Jolene said 2 loops picked up in the last stitch instead of just 1. Is that's correct?
2 loops packed up in the.
Picked up in the last.
No, you pull up 1, then you chain 1, and then on the return pass, then you pull through 2. But
Yep. Lots of video watching.
Yeah,
I'm not kidding you.
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it looked like 2 also, but it was only 1.
yeah, it's just a thicker yarn I'm using because I wanted to. This is for a tutorial for an ear warmer,
Good.
and I know that's basic stuff, but I wanted to start out with basic stuff
Right.
so it gives me the cushion room so I can film the longer stuff that takes me longer to make. Because
Yeah.
Tunisian, there's no way you're going to make a cardigan in a week. It's
Oh,
not
no.
going to happen. So I need some of that. I need that wiggle room.
Right. Hello
Hi,
there,
China.
my queen. How are you doing? So
Hi,
happy you popped
China.
in here.
Hey, China. China's birthday was yesterday. Can we sing happy birthday to her?
We can change it to yours and sing it.
Oh, right, because the Maureen and Carrie doesn't have. Let me just change to this one, hopefully. Ooh, okay. Okay, happy birthday yesterday, China. Happy birthday to you. May all your wishes come true. Happy birthday, dear friend. Happy birthday to you.
Aw, that's too cute.
That is.
I missed one there.
But I was going to say, though, just the foundation single crochet was enough to weight it down, and it's
Yeah.
not curling
Uh-huh.
at the bottom. So I think that's
And your tension is really good. It's really good tension. That's a lot of thing too. Is some people think with Tunisian it needs to be tight, and it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yes, you want the more closed off looking fabric. You
Right.
want that, but
Mhm.
it doesn't need to be so tight that
yeah.
Thought
You
you were
know,
going to
I
make
think
Michael
Teresa
sing.
said I thought you
me.
were going to make Michael sing.
Michael can't sing.
Oh, that's
so
cute.
Michael wasn't gonna.
Oh gosh, did you guys hear Juan yesterday? Juan has a really nice voice.
No, I missed the live.
Oh,
I missed the live because
Yeah, I
I was
missed a
live
lot with my computer being down.
because we were trying out that whole new concept that we wanted to try, and I was live when Juan went live.
Oh no.
But it still went whatever. The whole concept.
Well,
But
I even looked for his live yesterday and I couldn't find it. So he must have.
taking it
Was
down.
he live on Facebook?
No, it was. He
Was
did a
it a
pop up
members
live.
only live?
oh, was it? It might have been members only.
Well, I'm a member, so I don't know why I can't find it.
Oh,
see.
hmm.
I think I still have my notification. I'm not sure. Nope, I don't.
I'm not sure. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mimi said, "Bravo, Mara." Hi.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna make Michael sing. Yeah.
Yeah, Michael doesn't.
Poor
sing.
Yeah, we were laughing about that a minute ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we've been on for 2 hours and 13 minutes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming up, Michael. That time
Yes,
went by so
Michael.
fast.
It does, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. It really does. But as they say, time flies when you're having fun. So
Yeah, exactly. And
When
then
you're
I
talking
got
about things, when you're talking about things you love to talk about.
yeah.
Mhm.
And then tonight I've got that. I'm gonna be on with Don Aaron doing a live die, and those are so much fun.
Oh, I know. I love watching y'all.
What time is she live?
I
Say
love
that again?
watching the dying.
What time is she live?
I think
I
it's 4
Double
4 p.m. or
checking.
3 p.m. Pacific time.
Oh,
That is.
So now I'll miss it. I'll be at my
I
mom's.
thought it was 7 here Eastern.
So
Yeah,
that would be
it
4
would be.
p.m. Pacific.
Yeah.
It's either
Which I-
7 or 8. I can't remember.
It's 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. here that she usually goes.
Yes, 4:05 p.m.
Are you on the West Coast
Pacific.
too, Michael?
Pacific. No, I'm in Texas.
Oh, that's right. I
We're
knew
in
that.
Texas.
Amarillo.
Oh, that's right. We had this discussion before.
Amarillo.
I'm down around
Every time-
San Angelo.
Every time you say Amarillo, that song pops in my head.
Mhm.
Amarillo.
Yeah.
Mhm. Mine too.
Not mine.
Goodness sakes.
So I want to get out. the only,
Just
like,
for a
the only
little
true reason
while.
we're still here is that it's cheap. It is cheap to live here,
Oh,
and
yes, it is.
so it helps our savings.
Mhm.
For an
Hey,
hour.
anything,
Mary.
the further west in Texas you go, the cheaper you're going to find it to live in Texas. Yep, because nobody wants to live out there.
No, all of our trees literally lean because of all the wind. Every single tree is
Mhm.
like leaning, and it's because it's windy up here all the time.
When we lived in Levelland, my girls, we would come straight down whatever that highway is, and we would go through San Angelo and to get to South Texas to visit family. And then when we would come back through there, we would get to the edge of San Angelo, and my middle daughter would always say, "Get your last good look at a tree, because from here on out, it's just bushes."
And dirt.
Very few plants
And
were
dirt.
taller than a cotton bush.
Because we are the windiest place in the country.
Oh, yes, you are.
Really?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Chicago just has it because Chicago is called the windiest city, and it's because of the politicians. That's really
Yeah, I was going to say it's not really for the wind.
Yeah, it's not exactly.
They
It's-
are windy, but
but we are the
It's
windiest
for
place
their
in the
mouths.
country, and we
Yep.
have the most windmills here because of that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's flat
That's
dirt,
right.
and it smells like cow.
See, the cow smell doesn't bother me.
Oh, it bothers me.
Mhm.
Well, you should be
Yeah.
used to it. You shouldn't even be able to smell it anymore.
Oh,
Oh
no.
no, you get a bunch, you
Getting
get
used
enough
to it,
of them
man.
all together going at the same time. Mm-hmm.
My
Mm.
sister's
Yeah.
best friend is moving to Texas, or has moved, or was going to move. And my sister said, "I don't know why you're going to Texas. You'll never see me." And she goes, "Why? You won't come to Texas to see me?" She goes, "There's nothing in Texas I want to see. No, there's no way I'm coming to Texas." And then she met her boyfriend, and there's absolutely no way she'll go to Texas now.
Oh my
We're
goodness.
planning on selling our house in a couple years and moving to the East Coast where his family's at.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's cool.
But that's a few years.
That'll be
down the road,
awesome.
Chris. Like
Yeah.
we keep pushing it down because neither one of us like packing up.
Right. Oh, that's why you save money and you have packers and movers.
I don't trust other people touching my stuff.
Mhm.
There is that. You just gotta walk away and let it happen.
No.
But yeah.
Especially
No.
touching your yarn. You gotta pack your yarn yourself.
Oh
That's
yes.
right.
I have a lot so.
Mhm.
that would hurt.
Yeah.
Anyway,
everyone.
well we should go.
drop down.
Okay.
Yep.
Love you.
Bye,
Love
Mara.
you.
Thank you
Bye,
for coming
Mara.
up, sweetie.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for coming.
Well, as Carrie said, we want to thank all of y'all so much for being here. And Michael and Mara, thank y'all for popping up here and joining us as well. And like I always like to say, folks, please remember, be the light out there in the darkness for someone today, because you never know. There might be someone out there that needs to see that special light that you have. We love you all. And Mara and Carrie, are y'all still going to go at 11 tomorrow? Or do y'all need to talk about that?
No, yeah, we're going.
Okie dokies.
So we'll
And
see
then
you
you'll see
tomorrow.
Michael tonight with Dawn Aaron. I'm going to say it's
And
7
Michael.
Eastern.
What?
What did I say, Mara? I'm sorry. Should be with Michael tonight with Dawn Aaron.
Yes.
Michael's new name, Mara.
Yeah, Michael, Mara, Maureen. Oh, my word. What a tongue twister.
Michael, Mara, and Maureen. Yeah. That's a tongue twister. Anyway,
That's
you
right.
guys be kind, be a blessing, and have a good night. We love you. Or have
Love
a good
y'all.
day.
Right.
It's already nighttime. Thank you so much, Michael, for coming up on such
Of course.
short notice. We loved having
I
you.
loved it.
Bye now.